Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show, and now I'm going to talk about one of the epic trade shakedown robberies you will ever see in the NBA. DeMarcus Boogie Cousins is now going to be dancing big time in the Big Easy. He joins up with Anthony Davis to create the most imposing and fascinating and statistically productive front court in the NBA. And you got to say, it's been one hell of a weekend for Anthony Davis, setting the All-Star Game scoring record with over 50 points, winning the All-Star Game MVP, and now he has an absolute superstar joining forces with him. He's had virtually no supporting cast since he's been in New Orleans, but now that is absolutely positively changed and changed drastically. So let's break down the deal specifically. The New Orleans Pelicans, they give up Langston Galloway, Buddy Hield, Matt Barnes, who has since been waived, Tyreke Evans, a first and second round pick. Now, mind you, the first round pick is top 3 protected. Obviously, it is very unlikely that it'll end up being a top 3 pick or even a lottery pick, because odds are, with this kind of deal, the Pelicans are playoff bound for the second time since Davis joined the team. So, look, Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins are the only 2 players in the NBA who average 20 points and 10 rebounds per game. They're the 4th and 5th highest scorers in the league. In my opinion, you're talking about the best power forward joining up with the best center. So it is absolutely fascinating to see how this is going to play out, because these are going to be 2 absolutely dominant big men playing in a league that has been increasingly more and more been dominated by guards. So how are they going to work this out? This is going to be quite fascinating on the Pelicans end. I just can't wait to see how the 2 former Kentucky Wildcats mesh together. I know Cat fans loved watching this deal go down. So, looking at the Kings, all right, if you're a Kings fan, it's just, this has to be one of the most bitter pills you ever swallow. I know this is one of the sorriest franchises in all of pro sports. They've made losing and mediocrity a tradition, and some are surprised that the franchise is still even in Sacramento. But, they just absolutely got robbed in this deal. I mean, Vlade Divac admitted that 2 days ago he had a better deal come in. I don't think Divac, the Kings GM, pulled the trigger on this one. I think the person who really made it happen was the owner, Vivek Ranadive. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but man, he is out of his mind. He thinks Buddy Hield has the potential to be Steph Curry. Are you kidding me? Buddy Hield played all 4 years in college. The fact that he did not come out sooner shows that he is not going to be an elite NBA player. He's had a disappointing rookie year so far. Of course, he can improve. But to say that he could become Steph Curry, come on. That is absolutely absurd. And Kings fans should be outraged that this deal went down. I mean, it could be nice to see Tyreke Evans, back in uniform. Of course, he is always injured, not very reliable anymore. But, look, the Kings even gave up Omri Caspi, who is a very solid role player in his own right. So, look, and no matter how you slice it, New Orleans got a much, much better end of the deal. Boogie might not be so happy about this deal, considering he lost out on an opportunity to make $209 million total off of a 5-year deal under the new CBA. So it's a loss for him, the fact that he, misses out on $30 million that he could not make elsewhere. But at the end of the day, this is his first time in the NBA playing on a team that's going to be a contender, assuming that, they really are one player away in the backcourt. But another win for the Pelicans. They got this deal done without giving up Drew Holiday. So will be fascinating. Like I said, that's the key word here. Fascinating, fascinating, fascinating to see how the Pelicans play with Boogie and the Brow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.